The Piers Morgan Show. Everyone's talking over each other. Big debate, but I really like what they say. I'm going to try to unpack it for you. Welcome to the John Mike Keane channel.
Trump over General John Kelly. Just say that to the world. I want to hear you say it.
Possibly on that,
Not possibly, do you? Yes
it's
or
been
no?
denied.
So
by other people who were in the
Trump
room.
lies
But other
in
people
every breath.
Other people. I don't dispute that he has a problem with the truth. but I would say that other people who were in the room at the time say he never said it.
That's Piers Morgan half defending Trump, and the other guy who's, I don't know if he's CNN or MSNBC or what he is basically backing up the John Kelly lie and the Mark what's his name, Miley lie that Trump said that he admired dictators or whatever it is. He's only saying that using an argument, he's going to use it over and over. I want you to look for it in these coming segments. He is just appealing to their rank and appealing to their status and appealing to numbers to make an argument. And that is a logical fallacy. To do that, you can't just say, well, this guy has this rank, therefore he's telling the truth.
So let's just be clear. All of the top generals and military people who worked with him, Mark Milley, John Kelly, Jim Mattis, H.R. McMaster,
they're all fired,
Mark
right?
Esper, none of them were fired, actually.
Piers Morgan is also making a kind of a false argument, but it could also be, you might believe it, but he just said, they're all fired, right? He's kind of saying you can't believe them because they're fired. I don't think you can believe them because they're liars, and you have to find out how they could be lying. But if the one guy is going to use their rank and say, I'm going to use the logical fallacy of their rank to say that Trump is lying, then it's fair for Piers Morgan to come in and say, but they parted company with Trump, and so you can't trust them because they could be politically motivated.
No, McMaster quit, Mattis quit, Kelly quits. You're wrong again, Piers. Piers, facts matter, Piers. I know you.
The timing of it is, he goes, they all quit, therefore they're believable. No, I don't think them quitting makes them believable. In fact, if anything, it makes them less believable, their statement. They could have a political problem.
No, let me finish, because you're getting this all wrong. I know you get your talking points from Fox these days. Well, you did. You just said something that Fox says. John Kelly walked away.
I sit in my liberal chair when I do the fight.
And that's a mini argument where he tries to impugn Piers Morgan's character, saying you get your talking points from Fox. Piers Morgan goes back and says, no, I'm the liberal in the liberal chair over there when I'm on Fox. So see, these are the kinds of arguments that all of our political arguments are being reduced to. It's discrediting the other. These are not using real logical structure. A guy will come along and start using logic here. It's very interesting.
Kelly walked away and Trump praised him on the way out. Mattis walked away, Trump praised him on the way out. The only time Trump started criticizing them is when they pointed out stuff that he had said to them.
So now he's making a timing argument, saying that it's only, so Trump praised these guys who left their office on the way out, which is what a president would do. Okay, the leader does that. When they leave, you're all, oh, it was great, but we couldn't have a meeting of the minds. So it's I hope he goes on and has a successful career. And then he says the only time he has a criticism with them is when they criticize him. But let's talk about the timing of this whole thing, because all of these guys, John Brennan, John Kelly, Miley, none of them had a problem with Trump and came public with their criticism until the timing after Trump decided to run for office. So if you're going to make a timing argument, I will dismantle your timing argument by making another timing argument.
So all these generals are lying, and Donald Trump, a man who has problems with the truth, to use your phrase, is telling the truth.
I'll agree with him that Trump has a problem with telling the truth. But my problem is, I think everyone has a problem telling the truth. Maybe not the same degree as Trump, but this guy with the buzz haircut and the tie, he definitely has a problem telling the truth. He's a serial liar. He's on MSNBC. He's on CNN. We've seen them lie to us. So it's very hard to find a credible source these days.
Come on, Piers. It's embarrassing.
Well, but how do you,
listen,
I tend to agree with you. I don't know. I don't trust Donald Trump for sure. But even, I know a little bit about your politics, but am I really supposed to just these generals are all beyond lying?
And I love this. This guy's, to me, the voice of reason here. He's right. The generals are not beyond lying. And so that's what the gentleman to his right was saying, is you have to believe them just because they're generals. No, we don't. They're liars. We've caught them lying.
I mean, Mattis, as you know,
No,
right?
they're not
Mattis resigned because Trump actually tried to pull out of Syria, which he had campaigned on.
But he didn't.
And that's throwing Mattis under the bus, which I agree with. These people resigned after Trump said that he wasn't going to push their military conquests. And these are generals that think they have more authority than we, the people, and the person we elected, the commander in chief. They're treasonous.
And
Chris,
run
that's
us.
Trump.
No, by the way,
I agree
listen,
with you.
no,
But
he
he's
did.
not-
He did.
No, he said he doesn't respect the Constitution. They all consistently
No,
say
I'm
the
not
same
saying, okay,
thing.
fine. But like, what does that even mean to them? They don't respect the Constitution. We were in Syria unconstitutionally. We were there without a declaration of war.
This is us
Obama,
as the game.
like,
Oh, I love this guy. Yeah, don't go and pretend like only these generals care about the Constitution. When Obama bombed Syria, it was an act of war without a declaration of war, all that. I like that statement. I don't think anyone cares about the Constitution. So don't selectively bring out the Constitution when these generals are probably war criminals.
Do you believe all the generals are just attacking? Forget the generals. Go through everyone. His press secretary, his vice president. We can go through the list. NBC went to 44 cabinet officials.
I do
and
not.
said, "Are you voting for Trump?"
Yes. Okay.
4.
Okay.
said
So
yes.
let me ask you a question. I believe that I do not trust Donald Trump. I think he's not an honest person. He's a self-promoter who will say whatever makes him look good.
And these kind of things that we all have to say against Trump are baked into Trump. He will say things that make himself look good. He has told lies. The difference is everyone's aware of the lies Trump has told. It's been reported across the board. But who has reported that General Mattis has lied, that General John Kelly has lied, that Mark Milley has lied, that Christopher Wray has lied, that Mayorkas has lied, Merrick Garland has lied under oath? These people have lied. Now, so I'm only saying of all the lies that will hurt us the least, Trump's lies hurt us the least. You're most aware of them. Of all the lies that will hurt us the most, it will be everyone else who's claiming to be a truth teller when they're lying.
I believe that when Donald Trump said all of this rhetoric about drain the swamp in 2016, when he said we're not going to fight these wars anymore, when he, maybe somewhat unwittingly, called out Obama and John Brennan for the literal treason that they committed in Syria with a capital T, arming and funding the enemy in wartime. Okay, when he said Obama created ISIS, things like that, I think he made a lot of enemies in Washington, D.C. And the idea that you could get 5 or 10 of them to come together and all say something bad about him, I'm not.
Dozens.
Okay, fine, dozens.
Dave,
I don't believe them either.
Dave.
Yeah, I just discredited the generals. And I love this guy. I hope you guys will give me his name in the chat. Whoever he is, I like him. I'm just saying, I trust this guy more than anyone else on this panel.
You're a smart guy. Let me just put it to you, just very simply.
Then that's so patronizing. You're a smart guy, and he's trying to butter him up to get him to swallow a lie.
If I'm Mike Pence, am I not voting for Donald Trump because my family almost got killed or because Trump was in Syria? I'm going to take the simple answer that he's not supporting Trump because he saw that Trump did on January 6th. Well, that's my point. You can go down the list. I could be here all day telling you about former Trump officials who have turned on him. They can't all be lying.
Yeah, they can. Actually, I mean, they can, by definition.
Logically, they can all be lying. Absolutely. Trump can be lying. Pence can be lying. Kamala Harris can be lying. Mika Brzezinski can be lying. Brett Baer can be lying, calling the election on Thursday night. Guess what, everybody? I got bad news for you. If you're trying to say my guy is credible, is uniquely credible. Sorry, you have no authority. I think the only one telling the truth is the guy in the tan coat on the left who's actually using logic.
No, I don't. It's not a law of logic that they couldn't all be lying. Yes, you could get a bunch of people in D.C. together to lie.
Correct. And we're going to end on that truth. I love it so much. I think many people on the right and the left are lying to you. I'm going to do my best to tell you the truth. I'm John Mike Kane.